Get started. Go. I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome to Millennials Talk That Ish. I'm Nia.
And I'm Monet.
And today we are talking about elders disrespecting you.
Ooh,
and then getting mad when you have something to say.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child.
Everything's disrespectful when you talk back.
Ooh, I got in trouble a lot for this.
We gonna definitely get into it today.
Okay, so I talk back.
Mm-hmm.
My mind works fast, and while you're talking, I already have a response. So I got in trouble a lot growing up because it was always like, you don't always have to say something back.
All right.
But it's like, but you wrong.
But it's a conversation, right? You
right.
I mean?
You wrong. I gotta say something back because you don't even know what you're talking about.
No, but a lot of times y'all dead be wrong, and then I'm not supposed to say nothing back. I can't defend myself at all. Nah, I'm not gonna let you sit here and disrespect me.
I think I deal with that the most from my father.
Hey.
Honestly, even to this day, at my 27-year-old age, the moment I say something back, he be like, Jada, you know I'm your father, right?
Okay.
That be my response.
Well.
I be like, all right, what do that mean? Like,
people be saying stuff like that, like, you God. All right, you a parent. Great.
Shit, I told back to God too. No,
I ain't gonna lie, my prayers, I be like, God, I remember when I asked you about 60 days ago, you know, you got a follow-up or something.
Not for real. I don't know what it is because he, like, legit, and he'll say it more than once. And he'll be like, why are you talking like that? And it's like, because you feel as if you can do and say whatever you want to me.
Right.
And I'm not supposed to say nothing back. And
nothing.
That worked when I was younger.
Right.
Not at this age. You ain't gonna talk to me however you want.
Not at this big age, baby.
You ain't gonna say what you want to me. You ain't gonna talk. We gonna give each other respect. That's how I feel.
And you can't use the under my house, under my rules thing, because I'm not in your house. I'm not under your rules.
Shit, even if I am, I don't give a fuck.
That's a fact.
Even if I am, I don't give a fuck because it's like, at some point, this is my house too. And at some point, I am an adult. And it's just like, it's just a human respect, like human decency. You should have that whether I'm your child or not.
Right.
I hate when people feel like they are able to disrespect little kids. That bothers
just
me.
because they small humans, they not supposed to have an opinion or have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. They're humans. They have emotions. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that?
They don't. They don't, and it's weird. Have you ever been disrespected? Like, when was the time that you was disrespected and you got in trouble? Well, you was deemed disrespectful.
Bro, all the time. And I was pick and choose because I was such a people pleaser when I was younger. But sometimes I used to be like, yeah, it's really testing my patience. I see what people do, what they do to their families and shit. I'm really like,
Oh, shit.
there.
Oh,
like,
shit.
leave me alone. Leave me alone. I see why people pack their bag and just never come back. I see. Because y'all, just because you're older does not mean you get the right to disrespect me. Just because you're older does not mean you are equal to being wiser, to being more knowledgeable.
Yep.
It does not.
I think a lot of people need to understand that. Not even know that. They need to understand it.
You are not deemed correct because you are older than me.
Mm-hmm.
No, a lot of you guys had a one-track mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It was your way or the highway, and if I chose the highway, you were still upset.
Yeah, I never understood that. It's like I chose this.
I chose the highway. You gave me the option of the highway, and then got mad that I chose it. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the highway because if you think I'm gonna keep doing with this abuse, you got another thing coming, baby.
They don't look at it to be abuse though, because they're the parent or they're the elder.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was always the way it was done. Okay.
And the people back then didn't like that shit neither. Like,
and just because something is tradition doesn't mean that it's correct.
Yep. I've had aunts. I've never been called disrespectful. They just talk about my temper mainly, and I do have one. It's not as bad as it was. But growing up, like I said, I was quick to respond, and you get me mad, I'm mad, and I'm going off.
That's it.
So I do have aunts that like talked about my attitude and stuff like that, and always talked about me talking back. Mm-hmm. But it's like, because you're just not going to do that to me, just because you're my aunt.
Right.
Like, what makes you think that's okay? Like, and a lot of them, because it was done to them, they do it to us. But then it's
Right.
like, you know how you felt
Right.
when it was done to you.
But at this moment, you're not remembering how you felt because you don't care about that. You don't care how I feel. You just care about how you feel right now, right here.
That is toxic as hell. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I try to be so different when it comes to my son because I really don't like it. It bothers me that people feel like, oh, I could disrespect you.
Yeah, I feel like you insulted my intelligence. You called me stupid. Like, I can't comprehend what the hell you're doing. You're not about to manipulate me into feeling like what you're saying is correct. No. I'm allowed to have a difference of opinion. We're two different people. I'm allowed to feel like, oh, maybe not.
Right, maybe that's not the best thing.
I don't know if I feel like comfortable with that. I'm allowed to be like that.
Cause okay, me and my aunt, one of my aunts, we clash a lot, and I personally, there's certain ways about her that I personally don't agree with. That can be a reason why I'm disagreeing with you, period, because I don't agree with the way that your mind thinks.
Right.
And that's okay, because like she said, we're different people.
Right.
I'm not gonna think how you think.
I can still respect you and not agree with you.
Oh, people in this world don't understand that though.
I can literally be
people in this world don't know how debating goes.
Right.
Don't know how to have a normal conversation.
Like, can you say that all of your friends have the same exact mindset of thinking? No. There's a lot of things we agree on and there's things we disagree on. Like, so I don't understand why me and you can't have a difference of opinion and still love each other. That's a little stupid. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
That's a little stupid.
But I don't know. We grew up with southern families, and it's a little. I don't care what nobody say. It's a little different from growing up with family from New York. You see how people are raised differently from up here and down there.
Yeah.
Down here, it's the same basically. I'm the elder, and you gotta listen.
You better listen.
But I feel like they were a little more stricter.
Yeah.
When it came to that.
Respect was the number one thing, and anything outside of what they said was disrespectful. Anything outside of what they said was disrespectful. You talk back, you cut your eyes, you breathe wrong, you think something.
Right.
Even growing up, saying certain words were not okay. I was not allowed to say liar. I had to be storyteller, hell. Even though it was in the Bible, it still a curse word. It was just everything was scrutinized. Everything was scrutinized.
You want to know one thing I hate that parents do and did? The whole stop crying or I'm going to give you something to cry about. That bothers me.
Especially when y'all beat me. You beat me already. And you're telling me to stop crying from the beating that you gave me. And so you're going to give me more beating for me to...
And I feel like they don't, it's to intimidate us as kids. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And they only did it because we were kids and they were adults.
Right. And even if you didn't beat me, you said something that hurt my feelings. I'm not allowed to express emotion as a child. And then you wonder why we grow up so fucked up
because we're told stuff like that.
That's so stupid.
But I'm trying to think, have I ever said that to my son? And I don't think so. I allow him to cry.
Right.
Depending on what it is, sometimes I might be like, yo, what are you crying for?
Right. That way he can vocalize what he is crying for.
But there's times where I allow my son to cry, and I never, even after I hit him or whatever, and he'll come and I'll be like, I hurt you, all right, but you should have never did that. But I have never said that to him because I don't want to intimidate him. Don't get me wrong, he's afraid of me to an extent. And I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with that because it's okay, when you do something wrong, mommy's coming. But when it's not that serious, I don't want him to be afraid of me in every aspect.
But that he don't come to you, he's not going to rely on you.
Exactly.
He's going to always look for outside sources because it's you abused me, so why should I trust you?
And I feel like that's how a lot of us grew up. Because we had parents who wanted to intimidate us, told us we couldn't feel how we felt, basically we had to listen to whatever they said, whether in our mind, hold up, that's not, that ain't it. And that's why we are the way we are now. A lot of us is really emotionally fucked up, and it's due to our parents.
Right. And then our parents fucked them up, and then generations back just kept fucking all of us up. And it's just like, oh man, so all of this is on millennials to fix.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I feel like some of us are doing an amazing job.
A large majority of us is doing a great job. Even if a lot of us are just starting to fix it in our 30s, I mean, it's getting done. We are identifying the problems. To even be in the space to talk about healing. You didn't really hear that from your parents growing up. Healing. You what happens in this house, stay in this house. Whatever went on, it went on. It is. That's life. That's the past. Leave it where it is. Let it go. That's what you heard from different people.
Yeah.
Versus us, we like, all right, you had some traumatic shit when you was 5. Let's sit down and let's talk about it.
Right. Let's handle that.
Let's address it because it's probably manifesting. And other issues that you've had probably stem from this. So let's start here and let's talk about it. Like
I teach Amir to respect his elders.
Right.
And I feel like all kids should know to do that.
Right.
But I also show him like if you're disrespected, I got you.
Right.
So he could know that, hey, just because you're a child don't mean that they can disrespect you. And I feel like a lot of parents should do that and should have done it because we were taught respect your elders. If they older than you, respect them.
Beat in your head.
Yes, which I do agree with that.
Right.
Cause a little kid disrespect me, it's like, hold up.
It's on site for any of you.
Yeah, like
I ain't gonna hold you.
I was like, wait a minute.
I fight kids.
Cause what you're not gonna do, you're not gonna disrespect me. You're 8, 9, 10, and I'm my age. You're not gonna disrespect me.
Not at all.
Especially cause I don't disrespect kids.
Right.
I'm gonna treat you with respect. So you're gonna treat me. But they do need to know that, hey, just because you're a child, you're not deemed to be disrespected
you
either.
You have a voice too. Just because you're a child, I mean you don't have a voice. You don't have opinions. Like what is with that weirdo behavior y'all be doing?
I don't know. It stems from the older generation.
Like y'all are not literally. We gotta really say y'all not always right.
And then they try to use the Bible against you.
Oh God, I always hated that.
Like my family are Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not baptized, so I'm not gonna say I am, but a large majority of my family is, and I know that some of them, when it came to like fathers not being a good dad or something like that, the mothers would use like, well, that's still your dad, in the Bible it says this, and it's like, yeah, I get it to an extent. Like, yeah, that's my dad, and I'm supposed to respect him, but what about how he treat me?
Right.
That don't matter.
And it depends on the level of abuse, because you're not gonna tell me someone who really, really traumatically abused me, I have to respect him. I don't care if you're my father. I don't care if you're my mother, a aunt, a grandmother. If you did something to me that was so traumatic that I can't even look at you, I don't want to be in the same room with you, I don't have to respect you. I don't respect you. You can't force someone to be comfortable with someone who hurt them repeatedly, or so badly that they don't want to be around them. You can't force them. It does not matter that they're their parent. All you did was shoot some sperm into my mother and help her have me. Or all you did was carry me for 9 months, and I'm not trying to say that's not a big thing, but if you wasn't an active mom,
it does. Honestly, at that point,
you were a surrogate.
Yeah, that goes away. if you're not a good mom.
So that all go out the window if you're not a good parent, and I mean a really good parent.
Another thing I don't like, when like family members and older family members feel like, I could tell your business because you're my kid and this is your family. Because that is a form of disrespect too, because I have someone very close to me who cut her mother off because she was constantly telling the whole family. And even though their family is small, but if I didn't tell my sister, why are you telling her? When I'm a teenager, adult, whatever.
Don't tell my business.
Right, like, you're my mom, I'm coming to you. You supposed to keep that.
Right.
You are not supposed to go tell grandma.
You know how embarrassing that is, and then you got these people calling you or coming up to you or whatever the case may be.
Because a lot of the black community do not keep shit to themselves.
Bro,
Let's be real.
They don't.
Once you tell one cousin, now all cousins know.
Like when my mom calls and tells me something about my siblings, I never go back and tell them that I know. I let them come to me and tell me what they feel comfortable telling me.
That's how the person found out that the mother told, because her sister wrote her and was like, "Oh, are y'all still this and that?" Blah blah blah.
And you're not even asking because you're concerned. You have to be nosy.
She only told her mother, so it was like it was you,
right? Big ass mouth.
Like, well, she told like me and her other friend, but who am I gonna tell? I wouldn't even tell her mother, honestly. There's certain things like I've kept from her mom when she was going through a lot, and her like eventually her mother was like, "You need to tell us," and because of how serious it was, I agreed.
Right.
But at first it was like, I don't feel like I need to do this. I know they not that great. I can't.
Right, because y'all could make it worse. Y'all could potentially make a bad situation go worse.
And especially family, because like she said, once every family member knows, and then you're coming to the person, you don't know how I feel about this situation.
Right.
And now I have everybody knowing, and it's just like, oh wait,
you criticizing me, y'all judging me, because a lot of times, unfortunately to say, it don't be from a place of concern. No. It don't be a place of love. Y'all go and spread people's business for judgment, to gossip about people, to have something else to say, especially if that child is already feel like they like a black sheep or they're different from other people in their family, and then you go and tell somebody something, and it's just like, great, one more thing to make them not like you or talk about me. And don't get me wrong, we know family gossips. Right. Friends gossip. Everybody gossips. Everybody do. So it's like, but it's just like certain things. If I tell you I'm confiding in you about it, you should not want to run and tell somebody else. There's secrets I have of my cousin that I would never ever tell anyone. Not like anyone in my life, not even her mother. No. Because it's just like, no, you can't. Violation of privacy and trust. Right. How can I trust you if I feel like you're going to go and tell my business? Right. Like, that's whack. And all families do it. All families do it. Like, recently, my sister, she asked me not to tell my grandmother and my aunt, and then eventually she wound up telling them. Right. And honestly, it wasn't that serious. My sister's moving back to New York, yay. But she was like, don't tell him yet. That's her business. Right. I didn't say nothing. Didn't speak a word. And even when people come back to you like, oh, you knew? Yeah, bitch, I knew. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on that staticky type of time. Yes, I knew. Yes. It was not for me to tell you. You don't even have to tell me, oh, don't tell nobody. That's none of my business. Yeah, that's a fact. That's how I look at it. You don't even have to say don't tell anyone. I just you telling me. That creates trust. That creates trust. Like, I have a work moms, and I told her, like, listen, I'm not coming back. She knew before. I'm not coming back. I just put in my resignation yesterday. She knew when it happened. I wasn't coming back. She didn't tell a single soul, bro. They talking about they gonna write me up because I ain't been here. They don't even know I ain't come back. They didn't notice that you wasn't coming back. Who the hell? Who the hell missed work for a month? It was not, and I'm not even over exaggerating. That was like not a month. It was a month, bro. I went out of work like July 2nd. Yeah. And I don't even call out of work. So all of a sudden, a person with perfect attendance just stops coming to work. That don't ring a bell. I'm gonna write her up for no call, no show, bitch. I quit. If y'all ain't tell you, I don't know what to tell you. Right. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I did my due diligence. Okay. But the fact that she didn't tell nobody, because all my other coworkers hit me up like, yo, you alright? You good? When you coming back? Da-da-da-da. Girl, I ain't coming back. But the fact that if she the only one in that house who know that I'm not coming, she ain't tell a soul. She got people in there that she close to and she confide in. She ain't tell a soul. That makes me feel comfortable to come and talk to you about things. But when you violate my trust, now you on the list. I can't tell you nothing. Right, and I don't think parents understand that. I really don't think parents sit here and think like, my child is trusting me and she's telling me, or they're telling me something. I'm not gonna say anything. No, you want to run and tell the whole family. Like, for them then, because then when you go, and it's always like when you go to like a social event, people want to come up to you. This is why I don't come around. Now I'm stressed out. You know how much that can give somebody anxiety?
Mm-hmm. Even right now, my 7-year-old sit here and be like, don't tell him. I don't want you to tell him. Please don't tell him.
Right.
And if it's not serious to the point where I have to like tell his dad,
right,
I won't. I will let it go.
Right.
He asked me not to say nothing.
Because I'm serious.
Right. I'm building that trust with my child. I want my child to feel like he could come and talk to me.
Especially in them critical years. When
right.
they growing up and they teenagers and they liking girls and they getting into situations in school, I want you to feel comfortable enough to come and tell me if something is going on.
Yep.
If someone makes you uncomfortable. If you just having a weird or awkward moment, I want you to feel like I can come to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to be like, I ain't got nobody to go to.
Right, I've never made him feel like that, and I refuse to make him feel like that.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, when he's a teenager and he is starting to like girls, and I want to be the parent that he feel like he could, and he might go to his dad because he a boy, which is fine. But if he wants to come to me, because I have built this relationship with him, I want him to feel like he can when he's ready to have sex, when he's ready to do anything. I want him to feel comfortable enough to tell me.
That's a fact. Without
him thinking I'm gonna go and tell his dad or my mother or his grand, like anything. Right. I want him to be comfortable enough. But y'all parents break that from young.
Y'all do a bad job with establishing trust. I don't know if anyone ever told you that, but a lot of you, your kids don't fuck with you because you're not trustworthy. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and put it out there. A lot of y'all kids, and then y'all wait till they're adults to try to fix the relationship, but the damage is like done. Mm-hmm. So it's like hard for you. Like, yeah, a lot of y'all kids want that connection.
Yes.
They want it bad.
Yes.
But it is so hard for them to let y'all in because they don't trust you. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of times, y'all behaviors are still there. Like, you can tell, like, some people are, like, maybe trying, but, like, the second y'all revert back to them negative behaviors, and it's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Dealing with it firsthand.
I don't want to be around you.
Dealing with it firsthand.
You know what? We're not there yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take 17 steps back. I know we took a couple steps, but I'm going to just take some more steps back because we're clearly not there yet.
That's how I feel with my dad.
Yeah, that's how I feel with my dad, too.
I sit here, like, I don't care. Like, if I know he knows something already, we can have a discussion about it. Because there is certain things that my mom, she'll tell me, like, oh, I told your dad this. And I'll be like, okay. At my age, I don't care. Because whatever I do is what I do. Mm-hmm. You legit can't tell me shit. I'm not going to lie. When I had first got pregnant, I didn't tell my dad and my mom did. And I was mad at my mother. I didn't want him to know yet.
Right.
And he wasn't, I'm not going to say he wasn't mad. It probably was some anger there, but my dad is a crybaby too, like I am. He's a big old ball of tears, and so he cried. And I'm pretty sure he was upset, but I'm pretty sure it was more hurt that I was a little young. But I was mad at her, because it was like, why you told him?
That was like my thing to tell him. I wanted to kind of break it down. And
no, I wasn't going to tell him.
Well, you're going to have to tell him. You
It was the first one, the first pregnancy. I didn't keep
it. Yeah, she shouldn't have known that.
And
because you already made the decision.
Exactly. Now my problem. Okay, I love my mom. Me and my mom is like this.
Ace boom boom.
But my mother gets petty when she's mad. She did it being petty, and the reason why I know she did it being petty, because when the way she told me, you know, I told your father, right? Because you knew I didn't want him to know. So, and I was 18, y'all. I was a little older. Me and my mom, like I said, we're very close and always have been. So we already had built that trust. Right now, there's things that I know I told her that she ain't tell us. So none of my family members, like none of them. I kept, even the pregnancy that I kept, I didn't tell my grandmother until I was about like 7 months. She said she knew though, but because I'm pretty sure one of my other cousins told, because they got big ass mouths.
Big mouths.
But my mother respected the fact that I didn't want to tell her.
Right.
And I think that's why now to this day I can still say that's still my best friend.
Dog.
Like, because she built that trust with me from young. Like, I never felt like I couldn't go to my mother.
Safe with you. Like, all right, you it. I like you. You're a good person.
But my dad, on the other hand, we go at it. He reverts back to his ways. I dealt with a lot from dealing with my dad. I'm not gonna say I don't trust him, but he's not someone I run to talk to.
Right.
As she said, I'm an adult now, so it's like this is just what our relationship is at this point.
Right. It's kind of hard to change, especially
when the behavior didn't change.
Right.
I want to say he's trying now, but
but then it kind of reverts back.
Yeah. So but you start trying when I'm grown.
When I'm already set. Like, this is what our relationship is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Like, of course, I love anybody in my family, whether I talk to you every day or not, or whether I distance myself from you. And when it comes down to it, I will always fight for you. If you didn't do like something real serious to me, I will always fight for you. But social relationships with people in my family, like the elders who made me feel away, I'm just like, this is just what it is, and you can stay there.
We got space. It's not. I could love you from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because when I love you up close, I feel away.
Yeah. Like, that's how I feel. Like,
you do things to make me feel away.
It's gonna stay over here. Like, sometimes, like, my family be like, yo, you ain't know about this? I'm like, nah. And then I'll be like, damn, I feel some kind of way. Nobody ain't telling me. But then I'm like, nah, because when you in the loop, and then all the drama, then they include you. Nah, I don't want my name in nothing. I'm good. It's fine. It's totally, and then when I get around them sometime and I see something, I'll be like, this one don't come around.
Same.
I don't miss none of this.
Yep, same. It'll be like, oh, this is why.
Like, I love y'all. I walk with y'all heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. Everybody in my family could fight.
We fighting together.
We gonna pull up. But as far as certain situations, I'm just gonna keep because it's just healthy that way. I feel really good that way.
Yes.
When I was always in the mix of something, and I'm like, bruh, I'm exhausted.
Mentally, I feel at peace when it comes to my family when I'm like away. Because when I see you now, it's like, hey,
look, I missed you, big head.
It's like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
But if I was to see you all the time and I've always felt how I felt, it wouldn't be that. You wouldn't get that.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy to see you.
Irritated with your existence.
Yeah. I want to say that's how I am with my aunt. I don't see her as much. I don't talk to her as much. I'm not gonna say I have something against her now. Because like I said before, I'm healing myself. Right. I'm at peace with whatever our relationship is. But now when I see her, it's not I don't want to be around her. Right. No, I'm not gonna say that. It's sometimes. Right. But it's more of like, okay, I could do this. This is alright.
Yeah, and I'm older now, so it's not hard for me to like move myself in a different area.
Yes.
Like if we having a cookout and everybody's like parlaying and you starting to get on my nerve, I'll just walk away and go talk to somebody else. Because I don't have to stay in here anymore. I'm an adult. What are you gonna say to me?
At this point, you can't deem me disrespectful.
And even if you do, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really give. Depending on who you are, I personally don't care.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't care about nobody. I'll go home.
No, the reason I say that is because, like, okay, I'm not disrespectful unless you get me there. But like my grandmother, if she be like, you're being disrespectful, I'm gonna care.
I ain't gonna care. I'm not gonna. I'm an adult. Like, what y'all deem disrespectful is whatever y'all deem disrespectful. I mean,
it has to be. I have to have really been disrespectful for me to care.
Yeah, like, I mean, girl, all right, grandma, I was disrespectful. What's next? I know that sounds so crazy, but it's like, bro, everything is disrespectful to y'all. Everything is if I just look away, oh, you're being disrespectful, you're not giving eye contact. I look at you, you're giving too much eye contact. Bitch, what you want?
No, okay.
What you want?
For me personally, with my grandmother, I've never gotten in trouble or anything. I never really I'm not disrespectful towards her in any way. So if she was
towards her,
yes, towards her specifically.
No.
So if she was to be like, you're being disrespectful to me,
it would be like,
okay, grandma,
I'll take that.
it.
Yeah, I'll take that. But if my grandmother on my mother's side will say, oh, you're being disrespectful to someone else, I'm gonna. What do you want me to say?
Oh yeah, no, I don't care.
And I'm not gonna like totally dismiss you, but I'm just gonna be like, all right.
I'm gonna be like, well, grandma,
which is gonna come off nonchalant. Yeah, so it's just like.
So that's what they got.
And then I'm gonna remove myself so I don't disrespect you, because next you're gonna feel like I'm disrespecting you by being so nonchalant. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just go home.
I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go home. Y'all, you know, I done made my plate probably. So, you know, I'll see y'all at the next function, I guess.
But that's the only person, and my mom, me and my mom, you know, I am a girl, she's like, it's happened. This is normal mother-daughter stuff.
Yeah.
We might go at it a little bit, we walk away.
Yeah.
We get over it, but like.
It's different, because it's not really disrespect in a sense. Like, I could say, it's nobody in my family I won't disrespect. I'm not gonna hold you. That is alive. There's nobody in my family I won't disrespect. At this big age. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, no, you disrespect me.
And that's only if you disrespect me.
Yeah, first. No. If you disrespect
I am never disrespectful first. However, at this big age, I will be disrespectful back. Now, back in the day, you would have had more leeway with me. Mm-hmm. I might have walked away. I can count the number of times I could say I was legit. So you want to fight? Like, what you want to do?
That's me. That's my temper. That right there is me.
And you really had to really do something to get me there. I can count on one hand how many times I've done that, and it's not a full hand. Mm-hmm. So if you ever got me to that point, it was definitely your fault. Yeah. But at this big age, I can say I'm not taking disrespect from nobody. Because I have done all the healing work that you guys have done to damage me. I'm putting in this work. Yep. Currently, started and still doing all the damage that you've done. So I don't care about disrespect at this big age. Mm-hmm. So if I feel like you disrespected me, I'm either going to disrespect you back or I'm going to leave. Because I don't have to deal with this.
But you know, they look at that as being disrespectful too.
And that's when I still care.
And it's like, okay, so you want me to black on you. Right. Because that's last year I had
a black when you want like you want to tell every people, see, look how she act.
That's exactly what happened to me. That's exactly, and I was walking away. See, you walking away. But okay, so what you want from me?
Right, because I swing on you.
Right, you want me to stand here, and then it legit, my situation legit turned into. That's how y'all know how she is. That's how you see how she acted. And it was just like, bro, but I asked you to leave me alone.
Please.
And it wasn't, I'm not asking you in a disrespectful way to leave me alone. Right. I'm telling you to leave me alone so we won't get here. Because I've done so much with my temper. Oh, y'all, I worked on my temper so much. So for someone to get me there. Right. That means, like she said, that means you've done a lot and I've been holding it in. Mm-hmm. So when I tell you to leave me alone, I need you to leave me alone because I'm about to black on you and I'm going to want to fight.
And I'm not going to see you as like a family member,
I'm not.
Relative. You're going to then turn into some random person on the street. Honestly. I'm literally going to black out. And one thing about it, both of my mothers can tell you, is once I start,
there's no stopping her.
God himself better come down to stop me.
Like I'm not even gonna lie. And y'all would think because I'm her best friend, everybody should stop her. No, I won't touch her because she gonna swing on me too. And now I gotta fight my best friend.
Because y'all gonna have to jump me. You're gonna have to. And that's why I don't like to get myself wound up. So just please leave me alone. Just please leave me alone.
If I say those words, that means you really need to do it.
Yeah, just leave me alone. Like, let me calm down so that I'm able to verbalize to you in an appropriate manner. Because I'm telling you, if I black out, I'm not going to see you. That's a different level of anger that no one needs to tap into. Yeah. So just leave. Y'all got to learn when to leave people alone.
But they don't because they feel like that they're older. Right. I can say what I want. I could do it. Yes. They push buttons and think like you're not supposed to get like that.
Yeah, I push buttons, baby.
You're constantly doing something to me. I'm not bringing it up to you. I'm not saying anything to you about it. I'm holding it in. And now you're coming to me again. And now I'm like, leave me alone. And then now it's look how she acting.
And then y'all spread it around to the whole family. So now I gotta deal with this from everybody. Nah. I'm gonna go ahead and isolate myself.
Yep.
Because I'm not dealing with it.
It's people like us that feel like when we go off, we get mad at ourselves.
I be feeling mad guilty. Mad guilty.
I was so mad at myself in that situation. It happened last summer. I was so mad because I was like, I let myself get there and I tried so hard.
Right.
And then in public,
right. That's embarrassing.
I was in Yonkers, y'all.
Y'all don't understand.
I was around white people.
Yo.
And now I was deemed that ghetto black girl.
That I'm trying so hard.
That I tried so hard to hold in because I know my temper, I know my anger, and I was so mad at myself.
For real. Just leave people alone. And understand that just because you're older does not mean that you're right. You're not right all the time.
Right don't mean that you can say what you want.
You cannot disrespect me and feel like I'm not going to disrespect you back.
That's just it. A lot of people need to understand that.
You're not. You're not. And another thing I'm going to say is really quick, and a lot of people probably not going to like this. Just because you're my family don't mean I have to deal with you.
At all.
I don't have to deal with you.
You
got me to the point where all our interactions are like negative. I don't have to deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
I could walk away from you and be totally fine. I need y'all to really get that. Just because you got whatever going on with you, whether it's a mental illness, whether it's whatever.
Whatever it is.
I don't got to deal with it, baby. No. I don't. I
distance myself from so many family members and I am okay.
Yeah,
I am okay. Because
it's okay.
It's negative. I don't feel like negativity.
Yeah,
I want to be at peace.
You don't really know.
I want to be at peace every day of my life. So if all you bring is negativity to me, whether it's because going back to family members talk, if you're talking about me, just know it got back to me.
It damn sure did.
So don't act like you don't know what you did. You know why. And all of that. If all you bring is negativity to me, I want peace. I will leave and never have to talk to you.
And yo, I just need y'all to really get. Because people be like, "Oh, family is family. Family is family is family." Girl, family is who I say my family is.
Honestly, that's who my family is. It's who I consider.
It's
my
who
family.
I say. It's kind of all the traditional shit. It's who I say is my family.
Blood do not make you family. I'm sorry.
No.
There's cousins I grew up with that I don't talk to.
So
whatsoever.
And I would walk by them in the street like I ain't never meet them before.
Yo.
And I'm good at that. Shit, I walk by people I do know. So
she don't pay attention to people when she walking.
No, I pay attention, but I don't feel like talking. I see you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to have to fake the conversation. How are you? How are you? Great, all right. I'm wanting interactions.
I can't stand
I would decorate the street. Like, I be seeing people from high school. I be like,
oh, I do that too.
I want to talk to you.
That I do.
I'm Bert and I don't see you.
She's an asshole. But yeah, it's family. It doesn't. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not gonna be disturbing my peace. I got a lot of healing to do, and I'm just great.
That y'all did not help me with.
And y'all just you not about to murky up my shit. Like, I gotta heal for myself. I gotta heal to find proper love, relationships, whether it's friendships and intimate relationships. I need to make sure I'm good for myself and all parties that I love. I don't have time to be in no negative space because you just want to keep bringing that energy. I know. Go ahead with yourself.
You're not helping with my healing, so you can go.
Yeah, like I don't want to be negative all my life. Y'all be. A lot of our elders died angry, bro. They had mad shit going on with them that they never talked about. A lot of people deal with all kind of abuse and they died with that shit on their conscience. And wonder why their souls never rest because they died unrestful. I don't want to die like that. I want to die at peace. So God forbid if I was to go right now, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I still got a long journey to go, but I'm okay because I'm dressing my demons. I'm addressing my demons, and I'm dealing with them head on, face to face, whatever. And whoever get kicked out while I'm that's what happens.
Before we go, because talking about this, I want to say thank you to my sister. I'm pretty sure I spoke about mine and my sister relationship previously. Recently. She texted me and she was like, can I ask you something? I was like, of course. I was like, yeah. Because me and my sister, we have conversations now. And she was like, was I that mean to you growing up?
Mm-hmm.
And I was honest. I was like, yeah, sometimes. And she gave me an apology.
See?
And it was random. Like, it's not like we was talking about this.
Right.
It was late at night. She randomly texted me and asked me that. And she sincerely apologized to me and even wanted to talk to me the next morning to talk about it more and to even give me an apology over the phone.
Right.
And it made me feel good. A lot of people need to do that to me.
Yes.
A lot of family members owe other family members an apology. And I feel like now when she comes back, we can work on a better relationship because she finally gave me the apology. Because that's all it takes sometimes. I'm getting a little emotional.
That's a fact.
Because I have two sisters, but this is a sister I grew up in the same household with. Right. She was supposed to be my protector. And for a large amount of my childhood years, I didn't feel like I had an older sister.
Right.
And now I feel like we could work on building that. So and she
too late.
And she watches this, so I just want to say thank you, Tiffany. Oh, I'm such a crybaby. But no,
it's a healing moment.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to offer that, I don't want you in my space
at all.
I don't want you in my space. I don't. If I can't feel vulnerable with you, I don't want you in my space. That's just what it is. Don't take it personal, but take it personal.
Thank you.
See what? Don't take it personal, but take it personal.
Okay.
And it's just what it is. It's what I needed to do to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what a lot of people did not do. A lot of people just did not do it.
Yeah.
You hear stories about a lot of our elders and the abuse they went through, and it was just like, well, that's life. I'm not like that, and I'm not gonna be like that
at all. At all. But guys, as y'all know, that is it for today, and we here every Thursday. We appreciate y'all. Nia, say your line, girl.
So like, you subscribe to my. Y'all see my titties or something like you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
That gotta be a clip.